Round 9 of the Dunlop Rover Turbo Cup from Spa, and the cars start in the same order that they finished the first round. Lyle in car number 3 on the outside, anxious to get revenge over Cottrell. And Dave Loudon anxious to try if he can, as we go aboard with Philip Verellen, to extend his lead in the championship. And away they go, and we can see on the left of the picture there, Dave Loudon looking to try and find a way through. Verellen being left a little bit, still holding on to 5th place, however. But Cottrell it is who's got the inside line and has got something of an advantage, with Nick Carr further back than he'd like to be, as they stream out on the far side of the circuit. It's scenic, picturesque, but it's difficult, a driver's circuit, and Cottrell taking the optimum line here as they come towards us, really trying as far as he can to straighten out the bends. These cars difficult to drive if you take the power off at the wrong moment. Lap track telling us 3rd gear here, up to 4th, up to 100 miles an hour, and braking down there. 2nd gear now, accelerating up. You can see the driver, 2 dabs on the brakes, one really for confidence. Cottrell then leading. Jeremy Cottrell has come to this series, taken it by the scruff of the neck here at Spa, leaving Alistair Lyle, Stephen Day, and the duel that's going on behind him with Dave Loudon currently heading it in his wheel tracks, on their way up towards Stavro. And a fierce battle behind. Ian Summerfield in number 26, his current quarry. But you can see the mass of cars he's got to get through there. This is the bus stop chicane, breaking right down and coming through on a part of the circuit that has, for many years now, been slowed to avoid the tremendous speed with which the cars arrived at the little left-hand kink and then at the source. Third gear, Mark Hazel there, comes with that little left-hander as they come dashing up now. Past the start and finish here, and Lyle has certainly taken with him 3 cars which have broken away. Stephen Day on the back of that group. We're watching Day now from the back of Lyle's car. And this trio has definitely broken from everybody else, having a really good go to get up alongside Day. He didn't work, but it wasn't for want of trying. Mark Hazel glancing anxiously. Somebody coming up. That's Troy Dunlop, and he's come in very, very quickly. He's got it sideways, and he spins the car through 180 degrees, takes some tyres with him. Has to do a quick turn round there, but has lost himself a lot of ground on a lot of places. The leaders have closed up. Lyle almost touching the tail there of the leader. Here is Day. Good afternoon. Clipped Lyle there quite hard. I don't think he had much option. Braking in these conditions absolutely on the limit. Into the bus stop once more. And still holding on to his lead there is Cottrell. Neither of the 2nd or 3rd place men sustained any damage there. Here is Carr. He has made a little bit of ground. There's number 30, Lawrence Plummer. A man who was in such command at Brands, well back in the field here. As now they spread out a little, while looking to see whether there's a chink in the armour of the man ahead. An exciting battle between these 3 cars, and there's no question about it that the winner is going to come from this trio, and it's far from settled yet. And as if to prove it, a dive there on the inside, sees a change of leader. And it's Lyle now who goes through with Day, setting about Cottrell with everything but his helmet. Angle of drift there on the second place car, easily visible through the rear-facing camera. Well, Alistair Lyle now in the lead, Cottrell in second place. Third place still Day. A lonely race for Mark Hazel at the moment, nothing in front of him. We've seen him having to guard his tail from the men who would be king behind. Brakes changes down to third. And the leading trio. Lyle, right on the limit, 46 years old, motor trader, who has, to some degree, a firm grip on a number of races in this series, but behind there in second gear we see Hazel desperately trying to make ground, and 27 Phil Burgess in the yellow car there as Plummer's grip slips and he spins the car right in the most difficult place you could possibly choose. Restarts it, but is given the option of a three-point turn. We're with Lyle looking out through the back. Behind him, erstwhile second place man. Still second place man. Number 40 Cottrell comes up, gets alongside, and takes back that lead that he lost. That was where we saw problems for Summerfield a lap or so back. And while Lyle collects himself together, Day thought this could be his chance. I think Lyle eased there in anticipation of a disaster that didn't happen. And Day giving him absolutely no respite at all. So back in the same order, the way we were. Lyle braked just that little bit later going in, probably just a confidence lift indeed rather than a brake. Behind, Day taking the optimum line. As through the lead goes Lyle once more. So Alistair Lyle leads and we go back aboard. Hazel's car closing in ahead on Piers Johnson, whose car has been rebuilt since its adventures at Brands Hatch, but doesn't seem to have the pace that it had as yet. On goes brakes, a little bit later braking there from Hazel. As Lyle leads into the bus stop. Wide line in. Flings it out. Day threatening. Farrellan dashing up onto the tail of Warburton, doesn't touch him. That was bus stop. There is the dark green Belgian registered car. And now back in the lead. Can Alistair Lyle stay there? We saw he lost it on the previous lap. Is he going to lose it this time? Well, here he seems to lose a little bit of ground. And the gap closing. And this was where it happened last time. And Lyle this time has maintained his advantage. As we go aboard once again with Hazel in fifth gear, edging up to 130 miles an hour, and now going back down through the box under braking. You can hear him thumping over the curb there on the offside. As we watch that trio of cars in the lead. Lyle still, but a look on the inside, and a braking manoeuvre on the inside by Cottrell there didn't come off, but it was a good idea. Perhaps a rehearsal for a further concert. Now got a bit loose there. Lost himself a bit of traction, lost himself a bit of advantage, lost himself a bit of Cameron's about to lose the lead. And could lose second as well, but there's not room for that. So that was a slight driving error which gave away the lead that Lyle had taken. And Alistair Lyle now has to drop in behind Cottrell as they come into the bus stop. And he will be fuming over that error because it could have cost him the race. So Cottrell breaks for the source. Comes through and now has 2 or 3 cars lengths advantage. In replay we see Varellen giving a little assistance to Warburton, enough to take a back wheel off the ground, but no apparent damage. And Loudon trying all he possibly can with closing up there just a little bit for Varellen, who could perhaps take a place yet. The leading trio, however, Cottrell, Alistair Lyle and Day, Stephen Day, who's held that third place. And has he got anything yet to show us that the others have already done? Tyres, which can and do play an important part. If you take care of them, can give you just that extra little bit of optimum grip. But it's not a question of can he do it, it's a question, will he be allowed to, as the door is firmly closed there, and Lyle flexes his elbows and keeps Day, who seemingly missed a gear there, but dropped back certainly considerably, as down towards us comes Cottrell in the lead, Lyle in second place, and a distant Day for the final time through the bus stop, accelerating up to La Source. Middle pedal about to go on hard. Kick that accelerator as you come down through the box. Nice smooth change, power hard on, down towards the checkered flag. And Jeremy Cottrell wins for the second time of the weekend, followed by Alistair Lyle in second place. Stephen Day in third place, Dave Loudon, Alvin Heaton and Steve Warburton sixth. So it's been a brilliant debut, a dream debut indeed for Jeremy Cottrell here, with the laurels of victory standing in the centre of the podium. Alistair Lyle on the left of your picture there lies fourth in the championship, but moving up to second ahead of Johnson is Stephen Day, a mere 40 points behind. Troy Dunlop and Steve Warburton next up.